100 naira. Estambaseko.
Good morning, viewers. You're welcome to the program Lagos This Morning. We'll be discussing trending news update in Lagos State and also across the Federation. I am Olajide Taufik Olamide.
I am Adeni Adela. Welcome to Lagos This Morning.
All right, let's go quickly into the main headlines for the day. Okay, Presidency, not retirement home. Peter Obi. CBN cash limit will tackle vote buying. Zenith Labour Party chairman. Nigeria needs a stingy leader to be developed. That is coming from the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi. BVAS, the solution to election rigging. PDP. Doctors to embark on fresh indefinite strike. Tinubu campaign mulls alliance with smaller parties. Alright, let's go into the details. Now, the Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, has taken a swipe at his political opponent, saying that Nigeria's presidency is neither a retirement home nor a place where people wait for turns. Obi was obviously referring to the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, and of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Both of them, who are in their 70s, Tinubu had once insisted that it was his turn to be president of Nigeria. Obi was in Anambra for a town hall meeting with students, a private meeting with traditional rulers, and a rally, said he is the right person to fix Nigeria. Yeah, I think majority of our, would I say old politicians, they believe that their presidency is a retirement place, whereby you just need to go there after your, like, it will be the last lap of your political, political agenda. Like, let me just be the president, then after that I retire from politics. I think that's what they think.
Just like Tinubu said, Emiloko.
Yeah, he said it.
He actually feels it is his right to become the president of Nigeria. And also, Atiku Abubakar said he will continue running for the presidency until
he emerges as the president of Nigeria.
Even if he is 95. Someone that said they will continue running for presidency until he emerges as the president. I don't know his age. They said he's 70 or something like that. I don't know Tinubu's age. So, but then Peter will be saying that he's the right person.
Candidate, yes.
Well, I don't have anything to say on that.
Well. I think Peter will be coming out to say they shouldn't use the presidency as a retirement. He's taking a swipe at Tinubu and Atiku because they are older than him.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it. I think Tinubu now is saying that he's 70 years old, and right now, if we say he's 70 years old right now, and then add 8 years to his age now, and look at the gaffes that he has been making at the campaign grounds, whereby he came out recently to say Bala Blue, PD, APC, APV, and the one he said recently in Edo State, I didn't even hear that language very well. Maybe it's just gibberish or he's speaking in tongues or something.
Use electricity to make popcorn.
Yeah. Like there's no down payment for the popcorn, and he was talking for a corn. When he was talking about electricity, what was the correlation between electricity and agbado?
People eat corn.
No. So now, for someone at that kind of age, let's now add 8 years to the person's age.
70.
It will get worse. So I think he's actually taking a swipe at the APC and the PDP presidential candidate with his speech. And I also think, regardless of that, we need a president who actually is ready to serve the people.
Yeah, it was like what you used to say. This guy actually put it on Twitter yesterday. That's Mr. Macaroni. He said, Nigerians don't need someone that we see the country as a retirement home or as a place for flanger.
Yeah.
He said Nigerians should look out for who is ready to serve.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
what
yeah.
this guy said yesterday.
Mr. Macaroni.
That Nigerians should look out for who is ready to serve. Not someone that is just going there because it is their birthright or their turn to become president. Stuff like that.
Yeah, and also think the electorate should actually look out for those who wants to buy their vote. Because if anybody buys your vote, I used to tell people, if you collect money, then you vote for this person, forget about it. You've sold away your 4 years. You've sold it, regardless of any amount you've collected. Even if it is 2,000 naira, that means you've sold your 4 years. That means 250 naira per year. That's what they paid for you. So if you sell your vote and you vote for this person, that means forget about that 4 years. It is gone. You don't have any right, even if the person does not deliver. It's a transaction. Once you pay and you get your goods or service done for you, you leave the person, then you move on with your life. So people should just be on the lookout. Electorate, I'm not saying you shouldn't collect money. They will come with money, surely. They are not printing money. Politicians are not printing money. It is Nigeria's money. If you feel like you want to collect it, it's fine, collect it. But do not give them your vote. Vote for your conscience. Even regardless of any money you've collected, vote your conscience. Vote for anyone who is ready to serve. Like a video I saw yesterday on Facebook where a pastor was talking to the congregation, and it was like he prayed for the congregation, but none of them could even say amen. Because it was like, anybody you are rooting for in this forthcoming election, any presidential candidate at all, the character of that presidential candidate would be all your children's character. Everybody say amen. None of them could say amen. None of them could say amen. See, they were just silent. It was like, why can't you people say amen? That person's character, that would be the character of your children, your grandchildren, and your great-grandchildren, and your generation entirely. Nobody could say amen. So why would you want to vote for someone that you can't wish for this person to be your child? Why would you want that person? Someone you can't employ to run your company. Why would you want to vote for that same person to run the whole entire Nigeria? No, just imagine.
This person also said something yesterday, like that we'll be amazed that politicians don't even offer money to the electorate. That it is the electorate that requests for money. Yeah,
this guy, Yoeduchi, came out to say it.
He said it is the electorate that requests for money.
Some of the electorate, they've actually weaponized poverty, and they've impoverished the people. So some people actually don't see any value in their voter's card or their voting right at all. So they feel like, see, just give me anything you have and take away this voter's card. They don't believe in it. But I think with the advent of Peter Obi, because we can't remove Peter Obi's significance in this forthcoming election, because he was the one who galvanized the youth. The way Peter Obi actually came out and aspired for this presidency, it actually inspired so millions of youth to actually go and get their PVCs, because if we check it with the last election and the one before the last, there has never been this kind of new registrants, whereby you have like 11 million new registrants for PVCs. It has never happened in Nigeria before. So we won't say there is the only new candidate in this forthcoming election. Showore has been running before. Even Kwakwanso has been in the presidency before. Then Atiku has always been there. Then Tinubu as well. Even if he's not there directly, he has always been there indirectly. So I think we need to give kudos to him in that aspect of actually galvanizing the youth to actually come out to get their PVCs, and also they are eager to actually vote now. Okay, on to the next one. CBN cash limit will tackle vote buying. Zenith Labour Party chairman. The national chairman of the Zenith Labour Party, Dan Nwayanwu, on Tuesday said the new cash withdrawal limit policy by the Central Bank of Nigeria was a perfect strategy to check vote buying in the forthcoming election. This was as he revealed that some politicians were canvassing strongly to stop the use of the bimodal voter accreditation system, BVAS, during the election using dubious litigations. He made the assertion when he appeared on Channels TV's Politics Today. The central bank had, in a circular issued on December 6, 2022, placed the maximum limit on over-the-counter cash withdrawals by individuals and corporate organizations per week in order to reduce the amount of cash in circulation. However, the lawyer turned politician sees merit in this argument as he maintains that if implemented, it will help sanitize the political system and get rid of unnecessary financial inducement.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we've been saying that before, that probably the CBN cash limit will either directly or indirectly curb vote buying.
Yeah.
But they still transfer. They can still do transfer.
They can do transfer, exactly.
They can still do transfer to people. But I think even with the transfer, I think there's also limits. If you want to do huge transfer, you will need to tender the recipient's details as well. So they check the person's account details, probably the account statement and the account history.
To see the activity that has been going on.
Yes, and the CBN will surely notice if there is surge in bank transactions, online transaction on the election day or before the election day. Probably they will trace all those kind of accounts if they have been sincere with the process.
Let's do it this way.
Okay.
What if these people be like, okay, just vote for me. After the election, you will get paid?
There is nobody that wants to do that kind of transaction in this Nigeria. Everybody, we are now wise. Even if they want to say their vote, they will say, give me that money right now before I would vote for you. Because even, okay, let's imagine that, okay, let me call any political party's name. Let's say ABC political party and XYZ political party. And ABC is telling you that vote for me, after the election I'll pay you. Then XYZ is standing right there with cash. That just come, I would give you this money. Even if you have been promised 10,000 naira and the person standing next to you is promising you 4,000 naira cash immediately, most people will go for that immediate cash, then vote for you. Yeah. But what I just see is that this forthcoming election, so many money politicians would lose their money. Yeah, because people will collect the money and vote their conscience.
Exactly, and vote their conscience.
If they make a mistake of giving them the money before voting and they don't have the access of seeing who you vote for, oh God, millions will be lost. Millions. I think that's why there have not been really so much of posters outside there, and you've not even seen any politician going outside to eat agbado. On the road, because they are not going out anymore now to go and eat with pupils. If
Nigerians should see any politician eating agbado, and that person will receive a lot of backlash. I'm very sure about that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we have a lot of comments. We have a lot of people watching us right now. You can be part of this program by dropping your comment. We have 50 people. Thank you all for joining us on the program. You can also hit the like button, smash the like button. You can drop your comment as well. Mr. Samson Adegunwa, good morning to you guys. Good morning, Mr. Samson. Good morning. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Lagos this morning.
Yeah, Charles Duru, good morning guys. You guys are doing well. Thank you, Mr. Charles. Thank you so much. Samson Adegunwa again. You guys have never come out here to demock anything about Obi, but always quick to accuse Tinubu or Atiku. Now, wow.
We're not accusing them.
We didn't accuse anybody.
We never accused anyone.
And it's not as if we are okay. You guys have never come out here to debunk anything about Obi.
What are we doing? What should we do?
Obi said the presidency is not a retirement scheme for anybody. And over the years, we've noticed that those people that has been vying for presidency, look at their age. It has been 60 upward.
Yeah.
Those people that have been, they have this money.
And they're always living, even the one in the presidency presently, that's our president.
Yeah.
It's old.
How old is he now?
Exactly.
He's looking at 80.
And we don't need someone that will be leaving the country to be going for medical treatment every month or so. Like, it's not possible. We need a stable and a very elderly president that can attend to the affairs of the country. Of course. Not someone that will just be like, while attending to the affairs of the country, develop maybe code. And the next thing, they are going to London for treatment, ordinary code, or probably code, because they don't use Nigeria's.
Yeah, Atiku actually said it, that there's no probability that he would be using Nigeria's hospital.
But he himself is traveling abroad for treatment.
Of course, he said that if he becomes president.
He's lying. I'm sorry, he's lying because.
Yeah, he said he won't use Nigerian hospital if he becomes president.
If he becomes president, why can't he start using it now while he is still a candidate?
He's not using it now, and he said he won't use it even if he becomes president.
He said he said he won't use it.
Yeah, even if he becomes president, that there's no probability yet that he would use it. He said it. Yeah.
Oh, you mean
It's
he
still
won't use
online.
Nigerians
Of course,
if
of
he becomes
course.
president, and he's one, and he want Nigerians to vote for him.
Yeah, there are people
as
supporting him.
president.
There are people supporting him. Probably they are his loyalists.
Oh, that's very
Yeah,
good.
I'm not against anybody
against
being a
anybody.
loyalist of any party,
No,
because there's
I'm not
something you're
against
actually
anybody.
gaining.
Exactly.
You can't be loyal to someone without having anything in return.
That's
so it's very, very good like
very
that.
true.
It's okay. But for people who are not loyal to any party and who wants to see Nigeria work, just vote for your conscience. That is our subtle opinion about that. So we're talking about the CBN cash limit, the CBN cash limit policy. Do you think it will actually tackle vote buying? Do you think so? You can drop your comment. You can drop your comment, because we see that our politicians are actually they are kind of would I say tricky? Because it was when the CBN came up with this policy. I now saw some new naira note. You will see the number on it, the serial number 2002, 2003. So they ordered this money for the past about 20 years, since 2002. I saw the new note. I was just like, wow. Which average Nigerian will be able to keep money in his house since 2002 and not spend it? Surely those politicians, they've ordered all this cash. So what's the probability that these politicians wouldn't have ordered the new cash as well? What's the probability? If they can order those ones there.
Even the new cash is not even playing in the society.
If you go to the ATM, it's still
most of the politicians
notes.
have this money already, this new naira notes. I'm very sure about that. Because we common Nigerians, we don't have, which is the truth. You go to the bank, they are still giving you the old naira notes. We just probably 2 piece of the new naira notes, which is very, very abnormal.
Yeah. The last time I actually went to the bank to withdraw 50,000 naira, I was given 48,000 naira old note, then 2,000 naira new note. Is that what we are looking at? I think there's even a kind of warning now from private institutions that the CBN shouldn't try to stop it by January 30th, like stopping the old notes, because when you go to the ATM, it is still giving you old notes.
Exactly.
So where do you want us to throw the old note when we don't have a good amount of new note out there? If you check the new note versus the old note is still more than the new note in the streets. Exactly. In the ATM machines everywhere, and the CBN has come out to say that they will sanction any bank who loads the ATM machines with old note. Where has the new note been? Where did they keep it?
Sorry, we did not throw. Probably okay. Alright.
I think they will still see. There's no way they can come out to tell us that by January 30th it will cease to be a legal tender officially. They will need to shift it as well. Probably if the people don't collect it, they'll say bring it back to the bank. Bring everything to the banks. Then the banks will actually give you a new note. I think that would be the case. Alright, on the next one here. The PDP, BVAS, the solution to election rigging, PDP. Senator Walid Jibrin, the chairman of Atiku Campaign Council in Nasarawa State, has said that the BVAS is a solution to election rigging in 2023. Jibrin, who is a former chairman of Board of Trustees in the PDP, stated this during the party's campaign in Akwanga local government area of the state. He said that BVAS would curtail electoral fraud in the general election, which would make the electorate votes count. The chairman therefore urged the electorate to vote Alhaji Atiku Abubakar as Nigeria's president, Dr. David Umbugadu as governor of Nasarawa State, and all other PDP candidates in 2023. BVAS, a solution to election rigging. We saw Ekiti and Osun State election.
But they were still overvoting.
Yeah, they said there was overvoting, but there was vote buying. I think it is that vote buying that will replace the rigging. Yeah. Because so many politicians will actually bring out money by January 25th. We will see it. I know. We will have pictures. There will be video evidences of vote buying. It will surely be.
I just hope that people that are being paid to sell their votes will probably collect the money
and vote their conscience
and then speak out.
Yeah.
You don't understand, like, okay, collect the money. I'm not against you collecting the money. Please collect the money, but vote your conscience. Then speak out against that person, that particular candidate that is that is paying you to sell your vote.
Yeah.
So when you speak out, we can know the person.
Do you think they can actually speak out?
It can't be one person. It can't be two persons.
Of course. But it will be people in their locality that will actually bring the money to them. So, election would actually end. Then everybody in the area would be there. They'll still be there. What about their safety? For safety reasons, they might not be able to come out openly to say that, okay, this person give us money. What they can only say is that this particular political party. But if they mention the person's name or bring out pictures, I think their lives can actually be in danger.
That's true.
So for safety purpose.
That's true.
Yeah. So what they can only say is that, okay, this particular political party in this ward or this area or this local government area, then that's what they can still do. Okay, let's see how it plays out. 2023 election is just around the corner. Less than 60 days. Less than 50 days to the election day. Less than 50 days. Let's see how it would play out. If the beavers would be a solution truly to election rigging, and how would vote buying, how will it fare in the 2023 election as well? All right, on the next one, doctors embark on fresh indefinite strike. The National Association of Resident Doctors has written to the Minister of Health, Osagi Ehanire, intimating to him of his plan to lead doctors in public health facilities on another round of industrial action if his lingering demand were not addressed. The Association of Resident Doctors in Public Hospitals in the letter said its National Executive Council meeting had been scheduled for January 24th to 28, 2023, and to deliberate on the lingering issues, saying the decision either to embark on the exercise or not would be determined there. Now we have the NAMDA coming out to say to like ask for their money from the federal government. This is another one now, National Association of Resident Doctors being owed.
And ASU is there.
And ASU is there as well. So how do we say that the current administration has done well? On what parameters do we equate that? Do we actually calculate it?
Most of these people going on strike or announcing to go on strike, they are very important in the society.
Of course.
Who doesn't need a doctor?
Everybody needs a health practitioner.
Exactly. So, and who doesn't need someone that will teach them in university?
Yeah.
I don't know why this government is just playing with our lives and future. It's actually very, very annoying.
Yeah.
Like they will come out to say they have done their best. They have done what they just say. You have done what I don't know. You don't even do anything because nothing is actually very, very evident.
Yeah.
Like in Nigeria presently, nothing.
Though we can say, well, there would still be, there's no how someone would do bad. It won't be 100%. But let's just say the negative has actually outweighed the positive. What they didn't do is more than what they did. Bam. Yeah, that's just it. They can call, okay, the second Niger bridge, okay, the new oil well in the north now that they discovered or something. And then there are other things that they did, but what they didn't do outweighed what they did. I think the present administration. That's it. And actually people are now linking it with the advent of Bola Tinubu coming in as the president again. So many people are just feeling like, okay, if we say we want to vote for the personality, which is either Tinubu or Obi or Atiku or something, but the personality is not on the ballot papers. It is the party that is on the ballot papers, and you can't separate the personality from the party, because let's say ABC political party is the sitting party, the sitting government like this. Then another ABC, I didn't say APC, ABC, okay, let's use XYZ. XYZ political party candidate wants to be the next president. If XYZ political party candidate, let's say Mr. Lagbaja, becomes the president, he won't be able to checkmate his predecessor. He would not be able to checkmate him or her because they are in the same political party. How many times has it happened in Nigeria whereby the president of the same of a particular political party prosecutes the same person in that same political party? How many times has this occurred? No. He would actually, blame the failures of his predecessor on probably, climate change, COVID-19, what's it called, banditry and the likes. And they will say security is a problem, is a global problem. Yes, it's a global problem. Fine, that is it. But let's look at people who are actually suffering from this insecurity too much. Let's say Boko Haram is now in the US. Would Nigerians be running to the US? Let's say bandits are now, kidnapping people for fun in the UK. Would we be running to the UK? It's impossible. People are traveling to a place whereby
China.
People are going to places where they feel safe.
Exactly.
That is why you're not seeing people running down to Nigeria. How many people? Okay, let's equate it now. Let's equate the immigrant and emigrant. How many people are migrating to other countries, and how many people are actually coming into Nigeria? If
your country is having crisis, there's nobody that would want to come.
Nobody will want to come.
Just like Ukraine and Russia. Who would want to say, okay, let me go and spend, let me go and start living in Ukraine.
In Ukraine, so, when you know there's crisis there. Exactly. So that's just what it is. It is what it is. It's not about any allegation. It is what we have been seeing. The resident doctors are actually coming out now to embark on strike. It's not a good thing. And also we have medical students in our universities actually coming out, to join these resident doctors. So by the time you've not even paid these people on ground, those people that are now coming, what will they see? They will see more than Shege.
Shege Banza.
Yeah. And also we have been losing our doctors now to the US and the UK. They're actually migrating there. And by this February, we might be losing a lot of our teachers as well. And we say there's brain drain. When would that stop? I think we can just do better. The next administration should just come in and solve this problem. Either it is Tinubu or Atiku or Peter Obi or Kwakwanso or Showore. Nobody should. The blame game should stop. There would be issues. There would be problems. What's it called? Goodluck Jonathan, during his era, that was when Boko Haram was very, very, very rampant. He faced that problem. Now Buhari, COVID-19 came in, recession came in, but regardless, it's either problems are not being solved by emotions, it is by solutions. It's either you play the blame game or you come out and face the problem. So let's just stop playing the blame game and face the problem and solve it. And you come out to say, okay, on this one, okay, I've solved this one. Then you can't finish government. It's not possible. You can't do everything. That is why people come in and go out. What you didn't do, the next administration will come in and do it. What they didn't do, then the next one would actually come in and do it. But let's just stop the blame games. Let's stop it. It's just something else. Alright, on the next one. Tinubu campaign mulls alliance with smaller parties. Ahead of the February 25 presidential election, the APC campaign council is planning an alliance with smaller parties in a bid to boost the chances of its presidential candidate, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. It was gathered that the PCC and the party had been making overtures to the parties to adopt Tinubu as their standard bearer. Findings indicated that APC governors and Tinubu met on Monday night following fears expressed by some members on the need to address inadequacies in the party's presidential campaign. It was learned that APC Presidential Campaign Council, comprising governors and the candidate, was of the view that the alliance with other parties would assist the party in getting the highest number of votes and the required national spread in the presidential poll. What do you feel about that?
Tinubu Moore's alliance with small.
Yeah, he wants to, make alliance with other smaller parties.
Eh?
Yeah.
I didn't get that before actually. Wow. Like parties like that of, don't let me mention parties.
Yeah.
But it's actually be a good thing for APC.
Yeah. It will be a good thing for them and to increase their chances of actually winning the presidential seat. Yeah, and I think even beyond APC, I think majority of the big wigs in the forthcoming election will actually do some kind of alignment with other small parties, because those parties know that they can't go anywhere. They know. So I won't like to mention any political parties' names, but there are some people that we know that it's not even possible for them to even win the presidency. It's not even a miracle. Even miracles don't happen that way. You would have worked to a certain extent and you would have gained a certain amount of the population before miracle will now assist you, or luck or something else. But for some parties that are down the drain, they would actually align with the big parties, probably on a promise or agreement of probably taking a ministerial position or being given an appointment or a contract or something when the person emerges as the president. So I think our bigger parties, just like the APC, PDP, NNPP, Labour Party as well, they would actually merge their strength with some other political parties to actually get better chance in winning the presidency. All right, okay. Okay, we have some comment here. Mr. Joseph Ike, you people never accused anybody. You people are just putting things in order to make Nigeria work. Well, that's true. We are not accusing anybody here. If you see anything that sounds like, if you hear anything from us that sounds like an accusation, that is what we have seen on the newspapers, on the social media as well. It is a report, so we are just here to dissect the report and also give you more in-depth details into the report. Okay. Mr. Chris Eze said, Obi is only solution that is if the people with sense are more than people without sense. Because in Nigeria, a lot of people don't know what is going for them. You don't have to be angry with them. Well, every electorate would actually think that his candidate is the best. That's just it. An APC fan now or APC supporter would tell you that Tinubu is the best. Labour Party will tell you it is Obi. PDP will tell you it is Atiku as well. So the good thing is just that regardless of the party you're supporting, I think this 2023 election is beyond political affiliation, religious lines or ethnic affiliations. Let's just look at our candidates very well, scrutinize them, look at their past, look at their present, to be able to predict their future. Look at the antecedent. Have this person really served the people diligently, or this person have actually just tried to help people and get something in return? Because it is when you actually serve people and you don't expect anything in return, you don't ask them for anything in return, you don't feel obligated that because I've actually helped you, no, then you have to return this favor to me. That is what we call service to humanity. It's just like the NYSC scheme, whereby you just go there and just receive only allowance for staying there. It's not as if after the service then you start expecting one gratuity or pension or something. No. It's just service to humanity. Yep. I think that is how we should be seeing the presidency now and other political posts in Nigeria. Probably they should even cut down their salaries and they should remove all the allowances, and let's see how many people would buy vote. Yeah, I think they should do that. Even for those people in the House of Representatives and House of Assembly. Even
if they should cut their salary,
they should remove all their allowance, all the clothing allowance, newspaper allowance, sitting allowance, jumping and sleeping allowance. Of course, that's what I saw. Newspaper allowance. They collect it.
In their social media.
So many kind of allowances. They are earning over 30 million naira per month. Then they are what's it called? The minimum wage is just 30,000 naira, and the people earning over 30 million a month will tell people earning 30,000 a month that if they increase their salaries and their wages, there will be inflation. Does it even make sense at all?
No.
It doesn't make sense. So I think most of all these allowances that they're collecting should be cut off, should be removed. It should be seen as a service to humanity. You don't need to go. It's not a job. It shouldn't be full time. These people should have their own personal jobs that they will be doing, or their personal work. It should be part-time. Okay, we have a sitting today. Let's deliberate on what the present administration has been doing and what they need to do. Then you sit. Then after the meeting, everybody goes home. Everybody goes back to their work. They should just be collecting stipends there. It should be a service to humanity and not a job. I think when we start seeing it as a service to humanity, then people will not. In fact, you will not even be seeing posters outside, because people will be like, why should I waste my money to go and serve the people? If they actually want me, I don't need to make any posters or bribe them. They would vote for me. So that's just what I think. Star Daniel, my brother, good morning. You were not on the program yesterday, but thank you for joining us today. All right, let us go our separate ways and develop Yoruba Nation and Biafra ready. Oh my goodness. Some people want election, some people want secession, some people want APC, PDP, Labour Party, while some people want Yoruba Nation and Biafra. We just have different, views and opinions to these things. Okay, let's move on to the next one quickly. Okay. On to the next one here. All right, okay, yeah, let's go on a lighter note now. Let's go on a lighter note. Why I had 2 abortions at age 19 and 24. Bibi Niger's Fina. She said, As for my reason for taking abortion pills, if there are 100 women in Nigeria today, 98 have done abortion. So no one should judge me. I was in a 12-year relationship then, and I was so young. The first abortion was when I was 19. I couldn't go home to tell my parents that I was pregnant at that age, and the two pregnancies were so early, like 2 to 3 weeks, that I could just use tablet. The second was when I was 24 and I had finished 7 then. I was ready to keep it, but the relationship was getting toxic. He abused me and always beat me up. I said to myself that I couldn't do this anymore, so I took it out, and that was how I ended the relationship. I think there is one thing that is missing in Nigeria now, among most of our youth, and that one thing is shame.
I don't understand.
I think among our so-called celebrities, because I won't even call this person a celebrity at all. Some of our so-called celebrities, they lack complete shame. How could you come outside, to say you've had abortion, this blah 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 blah? Well, it's nonsensical.
Okay, she actually has a reason for having the abortion, but she's coming outside like confidently
to even say it.
Nobody should be like feel confident saying something like
to
that.
Say, of course.
Feel like happy saying something like that, because abortion is not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, whether you have had it or not, abortion is not a good thing. But then coming out to say like confidently without shame,
not even feeling of remorse or something.
Is it because she has amassed some little fame that she feel like she can like? Well,
I think that's just one thing that we are lacking in Nigeria now. There's no shame. There's no iota of shame at all. Look at this lady coming out, Fancy Acholonu, or what's her name, saying that okay, this guy didn't have sex with me for 5 years. I felt embarrassed. I had low self-esteem. There's no iota of shame at all. That one thing, that's what we are lacking in Nigeria today.
See,
among the youth.
In this life, whatever it is that you are going through, just keep it to yourself. Because she has brought to the social media now. So what should we do about it?
I don't know.
She has had abortions. Okay, you were not ready. Fine. Understandable. Many ladies have had abortions. At
that age, she said she had her first abortion at 19. And she said she was in a 12-year relationship. God. I can't even read. That means she started a relationship at around 8 to 9 years old. Imagine.
No.
At 19 years old, she said she was in a 12-year relationship.
She was still with that guy when she became 24.
Okay.
It was still the same.
She ended at 24. That means she started a relationship at 12 years old. 12 plus 12, 24. Okay. At 12 years old. See, it's just something else. Started said her mouth runs too much. I think she needs therapy. Obviously.
She talks too much, yes.
Too much.
She talks too much.
There are some things you shouldn't even come out to say.
When she actually won the money, I was actually happy for her. But when she now came out and she was now, the way she talks on social media, I was like,
is it for clout? Or just for people's reaction or something, or for her to trend?
She talks too much.
There's no shame at all. No iota of shame. Either from Fina, from Fancy.
You have committed the abortion. Just go into the corner of your room, pray to God. God, please forgive me.
Though she said she actually, seek for God's forgiveness.
Social media. What happened to social media? Why should you care about anybody? Okay, people are saying that you had abortion, but they are not sure. It's just a speculation.
Now you've confirmed it.
So now you have confirmed it for them to believe or what? Why should you care about people's opinion? Why should you? Okay. Now someone that is probably eyeing her or something like this girl she looks, something. Now you have come to social media today and that you have had abortions. Like you are proud
to even say it.
Like that you okay. That's all.
Alright, good luck to Jonathan. Alright, let's move on. So there's this video that has gone viral, whereby a video has since gone viral where a lady was seen calling out Zenith Bank. They actually withdrew 4 million naira from her account, and our withdrawal limit per day is 200,000 naira. So how did they actually withdraw 4 million naira from her account? I think we have the video.
In the bank.
We have the video now. Let's take a look at the video of the lady.
At about 8:43 p.m. I got them I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but I'm not even in the best frame
Do you have the video?
mind right now to do this, but I just have to. So I bank with Zenith Bank, and yesterday night at about 8:43 p.m. I got debit alerts. The first one to what's it called, to an Access Bank. It was 3.7 million transferred from my account to the Access account. And then I was confused because I don't understand, like, I didn't do this transaction. I did not authorize it or anything. And then I got a second one immediately, like just a minute later, because I was trying to actually go into my mobile app, and then I got another debit alert of 222,900 to the same Access account, to the same Access Bank. And then a minute, it wasn't even up to a minute, I got another debit alert, 102,000 naira to a UBA account. Everything that was withdrawn in my account was about over 4 million naira. What is left in my account is 12,900 naira. I don't know who did this. I don't know how this happened, but I'm saying Zenith Bank, please refund my money. Refund my money. I've gone to Access Bank already. Access said they've moved the money. Please, Zenith, refund my money. It's the fact that that account is a staff account. I worked with Zenith Bank. I'm an ex-staff. I worked with Zenith Bank, a Papa branch. That's my staff account. Please return my money. I'm saying this now because the next day I'm going to that bank, I'm going to cause a scene. People cannot collect 4 million naira from my account. Please, Zenith Bank, you should refund my money. I beg. I don't have any other money anywhere. I don't have any other bank accounts anywhere. My card was not misplaced. I have my card here with me. My card is here. My phone was not stolen. I don't even use Apple Music. That's how bad I don't shop online. I don't even use Apple Music at all. So the person that did this thing, I don't know if you... That's how bad I don't shop online. I don't even use Apple Music.
All right. So we've seen the video of the lady who came out to drag Zenith Bank for actually authorizing a withdrawal of 4 million naira from her account, while our withdrawal limit daily is 200,000 naira. It has since been generating reaction from the social media space. Let's take a look at some of the reaction. One person, Quadrum, said, "That is how they do. Got my first of 17,000 naira to Wema Bank, then the 105,000 naira to Zenith Bank. These fraudulent banks have still not been able to explain how my money got transferred when even I cannot do any transaction on my account." What is wrong with our banks nowadays? And I think recently the Zenith Bank came out to say that they were being awarded as Bank of the Year. Yes, how? Why? How did they got the award? Is it through Christmas light or something?
It's Christmas light. The Christmas light.
Most decorated
they are
bank.
Very good at that.
Yeah.
When it comes to decorations, oh my God, give it to Zenith Bank.
And this lady is saying that she's a former staff of that bank.
For us to even be telling them that, she said she has been to Access Bank and they said they have. Is it like refund the money or something like that?
No, this one is Zenith Bank.
No, she said she has been to. The money was transferred from Zenith Bank to an
Access account. Yeah.
And to another UBA account. She said she has been to Access account bank, and said they have probably
they have taken the money or something.
Now she's calling out Zenith Bank to refund her money.
Yeah.
She has worked in Zenith Bank before, so she knows their way. She
has worked there before. I think she knows probably those people there, what they do with people's money.
Yeah.
Then they quickly refund the money when people complain. And she's saying that is her staff account while she was working with Zenith Bank. So I think it would be an insider work or something.
Of course.
What is wrong with our banks nowadays? So if you are watching us, you can actually join us on the program. You can drop your comment. What do you feel? We saw the video of this lady who came out to, talk against Zenith Bank for withdrawing 4 million naira from her account. What's your comment? What's your opinion? Have you had any issues with the Nigerian bank before? Can you share it with us so we can actually make these banks know that we feel pained by what they do to us, because even so far so good, so many people have been seeing some kind of deductions. Even on my UBA account, the last time I transferred money, was it UBA or Access Bank? I was having a little cash in my account. I was having, let's say, 10,000 naira. So I transferred 9,000 naira. From your calculations, you feel like, okay, let's say the money for transfer, let's say 25 naira or 50 naira. You are supposed to be having 950 naira. Now you check your account and you are seeing 600 naira in your account.
What happened?
I don't even understand.
Is it POS?
No, just transfer from phones.
That's what I'm asking. Like, when it's not POS, what happened?
So I was just like, don't I understand mathematics anymore? Almost like 400 naira plus from the account. I was just like, don't I understand maths anymore?
Account maintenance.
Account maintenance.
That's what they'll tell you.
Even they will tell you that they will deduct some fee for card maintenance. The card that is with me.
Me that I'm maintaining my card, I don't know how to maintain my card.
No, imagine. There's this account I was using during my NYC days. I didn't collect ATM for that account. They deducted card maintenance fee. I didn't collect ATM at all.
Yeah, keeping your card for me.
See, I think our banks are just doing, they are now being fraudulent. Probably that's why, the CBN brought about a policy that would make people take money back to the banks. I think people don't trust the banks anymore now.
You've not seen this video of this woman that said she has been keeping 600,000 naira at home.
Yeah.
Just let her go and
I saw the video.
And immediately she dropped the money in the bank. They wiped the money. 600,000 naira. The woman was crying. She was running around. They were not even.
Nobody was even attending to the woman.
They were not even looking at her side. An old woman.
We have a comment from Push Mom. Push Mom, you're welcome to the program. Thank you for joining us. Said Nigeria, most banks and some of their workers are scammers more than Yahoo boys. I have 3 accounts, but for the past 5 years, I can't even put a kobo in my accounts. I think it's getting worse for our banks now. And I think there's one thing that would actually happen. Probably banks like, what's it called? All these other banks like Paralex, online banks. I think that's what will actually take over now. Instead of the physical banks, just like the UBA, Access Bank, and the likes.
I'm actually scared of all these online banks too.
Because
they
have offices, but they don't just have all those big buildings everywhere.
Okay.
Probably like OPay account and the likes. And people have been using it. Scooter Bank, they have been using it so far so good. Even if they have issues, they rectify it immediately. I think it's just too much for our banks now. You will surely have issues with
Someone
bank.
will work for money, put money in the bank. Bank will not remove money.
I think it's those workers, because I've heard from someone who works in a bank. I won't like to disclose the name of the bank. They said at times they will withdraw people's money from the bank, quickly use the money, then refund it. That's what they do at times. They will refund it when you feel like when you report to them, they will now say, okay, we've rectified the issue.
Give us
then
14 days.
Something like that. Give us 1 week to rectify the issue. They will now go and use the money. Then after using it, they will put the remaining one back there. I think the bank just need to intervene quickly, because this lady has come out to say now that by the time she goes back to the bank,
They should just go back to their decoration business.
It will just be a world war.
They should just go for their decoration business and leave banking, whatever,
Okay, we have come to the end of the program for today. We hope Zenith Bank and other banks as well that have been called out recently for misappropriation of people's funds, we hope they will actually rectify the problems and actually change their ways to regain Nigerians' trust. So I'd like to say a big thank you to you all for joining us on today's program. From Charles Duru to Mr. Samson Adegunwa, to Joseph Ike, to Chris Eze, to Star Daniel and Gladys Oyabo, to Push Mom. We say a very big thank you to you all for always being part of the program. Thank you so much. You can also do well to like this program, smash the like button, and also join Christian Shuku on the next program by standard. So we'll come your way again tomorrow for another exciting edition of Lagos This Morning. I'm Olajide Taufik Olamide.
I am Adeni Adela. Thanks for watching Lagos This Morning.
Bye for now. Do have a great day ahead. Bye.
100 naira, let's come back.